my beautiful darlings. Welcome to me, Nicky Allen. Welcome to me. Sounds a bit convoluted, doesn't it? For those who don't know me, I'm a psychic medium, best-selling author, angel channel. I do loads of stuff. Just look in the description box below. In fact, anything you need to know is in the description box below, including, because there was a number of comments about this, when I do tarot readings, the timestamps are below, so you can go straight to your reading, okay? Saves the people that are moaning that don't know how I work. So, we're going to be doing another channel in heaven. Whoop, whoop. But let's just go over. I just did the last couple of weeks and took all your comments, okay, for feedback of what the angels have predicted. And this is what they predicted in the last couple of weeks. Water found on another planet. Avalanche, which killed one person, didn't it? And there's also a huge lump that's come off in Iceland, which is massive. Mount Etna blowing, that was, I think I predicted that 2 days before. Animals beaching, I just can't believe it, because as soon as I mentioned that, the following day there was a dolphin beached on my beach here, and unfortunately it died. And then a pilot whale beach the following day at Cornwall, just down the road from me. And it's becoming a massive issue at the moment, so please keep an eye out in the oceans for any animals that are in distress. Call your local people that deal with it, you know, specialist people, because it might come in because it's injured. If you're trying to get it back out, it might need help, okay? So phone your local ocean network support. Also, just to let you know, I spoke to a World Wildlife Fund lady the other day, and there's a lottery now for the World Wildlife Fund. Again, I got to put my teeth in. So if you're interested in that, you know, go to the WWF website and they will let you know how to join the lottery. Okay, it's a good way. You've got a chance of winning money as well as putting money in. Even I give money to them as well. I think I choose about 5 to 10 charities a year to give money to. We've also got the Pope passing, and there is absolutely no way he passed on Easter. I'm telling you, on Easter Monday. I'm going to do some cards on it right now. Just let me know. I never even... I shut the front door. Death upside down. So there was no death on the Monday. The magician, they manipulated it. Yeah, just to show you. Thank you. Thank you, cards. Out of all of those tarot cards to come out that just answered that, thank you very much. I reckon it was about 4 or 5 days before. Greyhounds being banned. Well done, wows. Come on, let's follow suit. I'm so happy about this. And it was brought up, wasn't it? They do, see, the angels do look at all of the tiny little things as well as the big things that happen in the planet, just to give themselves credibility that they're aware of what's transpiring. And I really hope, because it's also in New Zealand, isn't it, that they've banned they've recently banned greyhounds racing. Come on, UK, follow suit, for God's sake. It's another abusive exploitation of our beautiful sentient beings. The koala code, remember I kept seeing the koalas? This is going to lead to a precedent of changing the laws to protect them even more, because there've been absolute outcry on this. Just hundreds slaughtered. No. Gold at an all-time high, mentioned that. The earthquake at Turkey, 6.2 on the Richter scale, catastrophic, predicted that. And the Hawaiian volcano. WOW was protected. Finland, I told you there were new laws coming in to protect. They're doing absolutely no whaling whatsoever in Finland for the next, I can't remember what it is, year or whatever, but that will hopefully come into fruition a lot more. And tobacco came up, and they're now looking at how that can help heal people. Of course it will. Mother Gaia put it on the planet, so there's a reason for it. You just don't add the toxins and crap with it, and it will bring healing. So there's quite a few predictions there that have come to pass, and that's just 2 weeks. So well done, Angel Realms. I'm going to go over to the Crystal Palace. I've already prepared, got myself in the mind state. Then I come back to briefly do an introduction. And then I will go over and see what's on the other side. So come with me. I'm just going to get myself back into that environment with a 5 to 8 hertz folk. And let's see what the angels have for us today. As I keep saying, see you on the other side. Okay. You being exposed to that beautiful frequency as well is just going to give you a massive in your soul. It's a beautiful DNA restructuring, repairing, relaxation, anti-stress, anti-anxiety frequency. You can now see the visualization, the imagery of the Crystal Palace. Thank you. Julianus is with me because my nose is itching. Okay, let's go. I'll do automatic writing as well if you wish. My throat chakra's gone already. Hang on. Okay, he's walking with me, but he's not talking, he's just guiding me. Which guides do that? There are many orbs coming in around me. Okay. Many orbs coming around me, which are all souls just coming to acknowledge, say hello. I don't feel they're my family. Oh, she says that, and there's my mum. Right, okay. Where are we going? Wow, okay. So, someone said in the comments, forgive me for not remembering your name because I'm up here. They've swifted me straight past the entrance. Oh, wow. St. Germain is back here. And they're taking me to the reality layer, or as you would know it, heaven. So we're going to take a walk through heaven today to let you know what it's like. You can create your own reality in heaven, whatever you wish to do, however you want to exist, whoever you want to exist with. You can choose your soul cluster family. Okay, I'm just repeating what Julianus is saying. You can choose your cluster family, who you wish to stay with. So this, you know, if there's, it normally changes. When you go up to the spirit world, you could have people you hate that have betrayed you, that have cheated on you, that have done you ill justice, that have abused you, whatever. And you think of them with a human ego. When you go up to the reality layer, your soul becomes that mortal being again. And it doesn't worry about the human ego of who did what and who said what. They just show me the judgment card, which is a very clever way of doing it. And mostly you forgive, unless it's so heinous that it's created a massive problem with your soul contract. They would have been taken to the cherubim chamber. If people haven't seen this video, look for the cherubim chamber video, and it explains what happens to souls that have wronged themselves, their own soul contracts, your soul contracts, and have committed heinous acts, behaviour, intentions down on the earth plane. Every single bad behaviour, intent, or anything that's carried out by a human soul on the earth plane will be dealt with through karmic repercussions. So whilst down on the earth plane, because they give their, I can open my eyes for this because I'm channeling information that is like channeling a spirit person. No doubt they'll tell me to close my eyes and shut up in a minute. But what happens is that your ego system down here remains in that energy. So say if you're a hateful person, or say you're vitriolic, or you're nasty to someone, or you're a bully, or whatever it is, you stay in that energy and you attract nothing but badness around you, right? Bad people, other people that do the same to you. You won't progress in anything. You won't find happiness. You will always stay in that environment, okay? And you could be the victim of that. But when you get up there, you suddenly come into your own, your strength. I'm seeing my beautiful lion. Hello, gorgeous. Oh, my darling lion. I still don't know your name. And I literally will go up, and as a victim, this will just be left behind with the ego. Okay, what my soul wants to do is to marry up what harm did that create to my soul. Is there any actual soul damage? And if there isn't, then you stand in your power and you create your reality in the reality layer, heaven. If your soul goes up and you think, my God, I did that to this person, I'm going to have to face this. Then with Jeremiah, who does your life reviews, we've already covered a couple of weeks ago, you then go up and go to the cherubim chamber, where you judge your own soul in the waters, guided and overseen by the cherubim. If it's something that has created a catastrophic rift in your soul cluster, or you've created mass genocide, or you've so gone against humanity in every way, your soul can dissipate. It's the only place that can dissipate matter. And the way it happens, it's just like kind of thrown out to space continuums, quantum fields, and just thrown out to nothingness. And you just don't have the availability to be able to continue your ascension, continue your lessons, continue your incarnations. It's just, you've like, it's done. You know, people like Hitler, Attila Hum, people that have literally created mass genocide, some of them might end up being able to reincarnate if there's a reasoning behind what they needed to do. But the people that are pure evil, there's no need for them in the state of humanity's growth. And certainly no other planetary sentient place would want them there either. And so they dissipate. So whether you see anything happen to that person, not that you should sit and wait, thank you, not that you should sit and wait, but it's quite interesting, I've got this colour on. Thank you. You need to let it go. And this is what St. Germain has come here for, prior to us actually walking into this reality layer. So let us speak with him. Okay. So some of you may have heard of, learnt about, read about the violet flame that carries itself with Germain. This is a visualization. It's an energy flow that has been created to help you let go of your past, to help you let go of people or situations that have created harm physically, mentally, spiritually. The reason we created, or I created this vision, was to help you focus on imagery that could reflect your intent. Some do not know how to negotiate their pain. Some do not know how to move forward without carrying that burden of pain with them. And so this is a very easy visualization to assist you in eradicating your shadow self from your soul being. It's very, very simple. I'll take over that bit. Okay. So first of all, please think of as well moon ceremonies, right? The phases of you connecting with the moon is very, very important, and it's going to become stronger. The vibration of the sun and moon are going to become stronger. Why do you think the government want to now say they're dimming the sun? They did that, started it years ago. And we will look at that later on. However, be mindful of the moon phases and create ceremonies around the moon phases, full moon, new moons, where you can ask for what you wish to aspire to and what you wish to let go of. On the side of that, you write out in soul journals, in notes, or you say out loud. I find it so much easier to write out in a soul journal. As soon as there's anything on my mind or in my energy, I get it on paper and get rid of it. Otherwise it will sit in my head rent free and then lead to behaviour and emotion, or emotion and behaviour. So this is a time for whatever comes up. It could be something as trivial as your sister said something that's really got on your nerves, or your neighbour's done something, or it could be something huge like someone's left you or someone's passed over. Whatever is in your energy that doesn't deserve to be there, then you need to get rid of it, okay? So how I would do it is I would write out everything about that situation, or write to the person that's created this hurt, harm, betrayal, whatever it may be. Okay, and put every ounce of energy on it. I've got to the stage where I've ended up ripping the papers up, you know, with my pen because I'm so angry. And now it doesn't sit anymore. It doesn't sit anymore. And I've told you many times that the more energy that sits in us that's negative, the more we project and attract that, because we're becoming stronger conscious beings. So we need to eradicate ourselves of this dark shadow side, or this side that brings us pain. Write out what you need to in your soul journals or on a bit of paper, it really doesn't matter. My throat chakra. I obviously need to clear some more myself. And then what you do is you close your eyes, and even if you don't believe, you don't know, you've never connected with Saint Germain before, lots of people call it violet flame in it. And so what you do is you create a visualization in your head, or if you can't do that, or you struggle with creating imagery, just draw a violet flame, or put a violet flame up on your screens of your phones, okay? Or an animation of a burning violet flame. And then you say to Germain, Germain, I give you permission to take everything that I have expressed in my intentions away from me and send it to the violet flame. The violet flame is a quantum field of cleansing, endings, complete dissipation. So it's almost, you know, a typical mirror on a smaller scale of the cherubim chamber. It dissipates matter that's held within you. It dissipates that energy, that something that's creating you festering or sitting on something, and, you know, an injustice or something like that. And once you let it go, you feel light as a feather, pardon the pun. And he takes this intention, he takes this on his frequency of the violet flame and burns away what is holding you back, what is burdening you. He's also someone, thank you, who will listen to what you want to say. So you could sit and have a chat with him. You could sit and tell him your worries, your fears. He's another extension of God, like people speak to God, Jesus, angels. He's another extension of that. He creates another frequency layer of understanding and takes on board what worries you, what burdens you, what creates you being stuck. And he takes you forward with this. And he perhaps may highlight in your mind things that are stuck, or things that you really do need to deal with that you never even thought for a minute was part of your baggage. And he'll help highlight that for you and throw it into that flame of dissipation, of endings. His frequency, he's just shown me, is like the fall or autumn. It's allowing things to die away, knowing that there's going to come a place of death of oneself, one beliefs, baggage, whatever it is, and then we have the new growth. And funny enough, yesterday, that was you. Okay. Yesterday I was sitting by one of my lavender bushes and it had loads of old dead shoots and I hadn't cut it back and my gardener hadn't spotted it either. And a voice said to me, you need to cut them back to let the new grow through. So you have to cut the dead from the living. And dead is what no longer serves you. And I don't mean this in dead as in dead people. Please don't think I'm being that disrespectful. My God, after what's happened with me lately. What I mean is that anything that no longer serves or gives life to your purpose or your happiness, this needs to go. And so we have to chop back those shoots, those leaves, those twigs, those branches that are dead because they need to give way to new life. And this is exactly how nature requires itself to be. And this is how we need to act to change. Use me and my violet flame. Help get rid of what no longer serves or feeds your soul. Now, my imagery for when I reach He's Still With Me with Juliana's, when I reach the imagery of the reality layer. Hello, darling. I'm going to end up doing a load of readings here, aren't I? It looks like gates. They've created an imagery with me. It may look different for you, but all you have to do is, you know, I do have a meditation, visiting your loved ones in the Crystal Palace. That's perfect. It will take you straight up there. And you just come up to this realm and you set your intention to go visit your loved ones in the reality layer. Hello. Oh my God. So the gates have opened. I have Juliana's to my left and St. Germain to my further left, and I am walking along a street. This is quite common for me, and it's just a normal street, very wide road, and there are cars in it. I can hear bird song. It's just a normal street, very well kept, beautiful buildings left and right, and someone very unexpected has just come up, and she is a very, very, very old neighbour of when I was a child, called Barbara. And I thought she was a spirit person that didn't belong to me. And it isn't, it's her. Wow. Hello, darling. So she's just acknowledged herself. It's amazing who, you know, when we do readings for people, my eyelids are just pure violet. It's incredible. It's amazing when we do readings for people and you think, what are they here for? When I'm here for my mum, all sorts of people stay connected to your soul cluster. And her husband was a very, very strong, vital part of my mum's recovery after my dad passed. He was amazing. He was like another dad for her. And us. He was like Uncle Charlie. So, and they were foster parents and they did a lot of good in this life, looking after many children. And it's an honour to have connected with her today. So I'm walking along. I've got no clue where I'm going, what I'm doing. I had no idea we were going to be taken here. Juliana's is just, I'm going to repeat what he says. When you come up here, you create a reality that is familiar to you and safe to you. Initially, you may not have people that have done you wrong in your life, or you still have human memories still connected to your last incarnation. This dissipates very quickly. Again, you can choose to stay with that consciousness or not. If they're people that have served ill will upon you down on the earth plane, then you can possibly forgive. You can possibly even forget because they're honoured their soul contract by giving you a lesson that you had requested, or you just don't have anything to do with them. So please take this egotistical fear away from who you will face up here. However, saying this, I have had many spirit people tell me that, you know, people that have done ill will down here, people who have done wrong, will face the people that they've done wrong against if that other person chooses to do that. So be mindful that anybody that you've done wrong to, you will have to face them at some point when you go up, either in there or in the cherubim pool, or Jeremiah will face you with your actions of what you've done towards other people. And that sits well with me because I've seen it hundreds, thousands of times when I've connected in as a medium. And that sits well with me, that the people that have done wrong on this planet will not get away with it, even if they think they do. So that makes me feel a lot better because I have a massive sense of hating injustice. That's why I was a police officer for so long. And to know that justice is always done brings peace to my heart. So please know that, darlings, if you've gone through anything like this, where you are literally wanting to kill somebody, they face their wrath and it's thousandfold. It's not pretty. I tell you that now. They are reflected back, everything they did thousandfold, and it's not nice. I've seen it. To the point where they can put themselves in their own purgatory. That's how bad it can get. So, okay, I don't want to make this my personal journey because my mum's just come up and grabbed my arm. So she looks most probably in her, I would say, 40s. Late 30s, which is how she chooses to look. She looks vibrant, beautiful as usual. Hello, thank you, whoever did that. So this is the next stage. So Julianus wants to explain that your loved ones will show you imagery. Remember, they haven't got a physical body. So they will show you visualizations of the best they looked or how they want to look. And this could be a favourite photograph that you have of them. They could have passed very poorly, you know, with a cancer condition in their 80s, and they could come through in their 50s looking amazing. They don't want to take you back to a place of pain, and they certainly don't want to project that. So they always look amazing. Children that have been lost within a year or through pregnancy normally come through 2 or 3 years old, so they can show characteristics, traits of their parents or other siblings so that you recognise who they are. Okay, it's no point in just seeing a baby because you're not going to know, are you? Unless they think that that is something you will recognise and you know it's them. So you have to make it clear that to yourself that we don't have a physical body. We create the intent of our imagery. So for instance, if someone didn't have a leg, the leg will be back. If someone couldn't dance, they'll be dancing around like a dancey thing. So we become whole again with no ailments, no pain, nothing that we suffered with down here, because that is a physical body thing. Exactly the same with mental health. Mental health is again part of the egotistical or the ego system. And so we find that this is eradicated and we get back to our pure being, if you like. So my mum, you know, she had lots of issues with drinking, smoking, massive depression. She broke after my dad died, but now I don't feel or see any of that. She's enlightened, she's positive, she's skipping along next to me, and that was not my mum, I can guarantee you that. I don't know whose dog that is. Perhaps this is one of your dogs. It's not one of mine. So we're covering animals now. So this dog's run up and it's like a fawn light tan colour. It's a mixed breed. It's got quite a long muzzle. Got to quite an old age by the looks of it, because he's saying his teeth were bad. Oh, it's a he. And then he's now got bright shiny teeth. He's, I can't see his size, can see his face. Binksy, Billy, B. Bindi, Billy, there's a B-E name. And I can't see his body. It's quite slim, it's short-haired dog. I would say small to medium. Oh, I can't see, it's a mixed breed, so it looks a mix between, is it a whippet or, I don't know. Let me work on that one, because I can just see him running around, his tail wagging, really slim back, and then his face, that's not helping me. So the imagery again is shown how it needs to be. Someone might know who that dog is. Perhaps it's quite a recent passing. Mind you, Bindy's a girl's name, isn't it? Thing is, he said it's a boy. I feel it's a girl though. Never expected to do this. Sorry, it's not sounding great, is it? Girl, boy, Bindy, Billy, B. Unless there's a Billy and a Bindy. I don't know. B. I think she was a rescue, because it is a she. This one is a she. I think she was a rescue because she's so happy that she had such a long, beautiful time with her family. Thank you. Okay, so the reason this has happened is because when you go up there, your pets, every single pet you've ever had, unless they've incarnated back down, but okay, they come and greet you, they're with you, you have your pets, they don't disappear. Now, pets can incarnate in the same lifetimes, babies can't, okay, that just doesn't happen. If you want to start going into different quantum fields, timelines, all that, I want to keep it simple, keep it real, okay? Let's just look at this one existence without putting confusion into it. So your animals can, oh, that's too bright, I need to keep my eyes shut. Your animals can reincarnate back into another dog, cat, horse, whatever, during their lifetimes if they wish to. So there'll be many of you that's had many pets where you will notice the mannerisms of another dog and you just think, I absolutely know that is my old dog. Do you know what I mean? And so that's what's going to happen there. So you can get many incarnations. The imagery will come to you. So for instance, perhaps that's why they've shown me two dogs in one soul. Is that why? Right, okay, so that Bindy Billy came twice down during their lifetime with you. That's clever, thank you. So when you meet your cat, dog, goldfish, whatever it is, and it's twice come down, it will show you both versions of itself, but sometimes it will show you the closest soul connection, because remember that pets are a splinter of our soul energy. They are soulmates, they are soul connection that reside as our earth angels coming down to this earth plane. Interesting, thank you. That's why I saw two different dogs but the same sort of mix up imagery. Wow. So they'll go, guess what, I was Tammy and Pepper. Yeah, I was the same dog kind of thing. I'm just saying two of my old names. So that's interesting. Thank you. I've never seen that before. Wow, that's absolutely brilliant. So my mum is really excited. She's holding my left arm, and then you've got flanked by Juliana St. Germain, and we're walking along a street, and she's created a close. Some families do this. They create a street or a close or an area where all the soul families reside. Now, this isn't a physical space. It's really hard to explain. It is intention. It's dreamlike state of intention that you can create reality, which is absolutely more real than anything down here. Okay? So, oh, blimey. Okay, so as I'm walking down my cul-de-sac, all of the people that connect in my soul cluster family are in the houses. So I can see my nan, I can see my favourite aunt ever in the whole world, Aunt Reen, and Uncle Ron. Hiya. So this place that I go to, I can go whenever I wish. And so can you. whoever you miss, you can set the intention. You can either use my meditation or whatever meditation you use to get up to the reality layer, and you can sit with your loved ones having a cup of tea, glass of wine, whatever you want, and they can tell you things about what's going to happen in your future. They can guide you, they can love you. It is just there for you. But you've been told you can't do that. Do it. Go up there and see your loved ones and see the power of what your soul really can do. Okay? I can't remember I'm doing this with you face to face live. I think it's the workshop of the MVS. I can't remember now. I'm not. And I will take you there live for you to go and see your family, you know. And this is to show you the power of your soul. People say, yeah, but what if it's my imagination? It isn't when they tell you things. When you continually go up there and they start saying that's going to happen in the future, then you know it's them, okay? I would rather not do that, thank you. They want to take me to go and see Darren in our house, and we live by this lake and we've got this boat. I'd rather not do that. I want to stay. Yeah, I'll come back later. So the people that you love and miss will all be in that area, and they will all have their own houses, estates, mansions, houseboats, whatever they want to live in, whatever they want to create. They will be in your soul space that you can visit and be with once you go up there, okay? And your animals and all your babies, every single being that's connected with you in some way. Your soul cluster, obviously there's some people that aren't your soul cluster, that are just in and out of your lives just because they're living on the human earth plane. But a lot of them will be there with you, and you interact and have life with them. And then after 100 years or so, you get a bit bored because it's so perfect. And that's when you want to come back down and have another earth experience. Typical John. Of all the names that you could bring, of all the billions of names you could bring, you bring the most common one to me. Hello, sir. This man's just come up to me, slim built. He used to work in the mines or work with coal in the coal industry. That's what took him over, the exposure to the coal dust, possibly asbestos. But it's all exposure, and that's what killed him. And there's a massive injustice there with coal mine workers and people exposed to asbestos, because a lot of them, a high percentage of them passed because of it, but never got the justice they deserved. However, he's exceptionally well. He loves his garden. Oh my goodness. Birds garden. He has created an absolute haven for birds, orchards, gardens. His daughter, he's saying, I love my daughter. So this is your dad, whoever this is. Yeah, I don't want to go too deep into that, bless your heart, because it will tire me. I think that would be enough that your daughter will recognise you through that. She's beautiful. She keeps saying that she isn't good enough and criticise herself. Start looking in the mirror and telling yourself how much you love yourself. Love your mum's here as well, darling. So this D, I don't know if your name is D, Debbie, but there's a D, and I want you to get a bit more confidence, self-confidence. Come up and see us. We'll tell you what to do. More self-confidence to change what's going on around you. I just feel like you're either in a wrong relationship or you're putting up with something that you don't deserve because you feel a bit lack of confidence. So they want to bring that in. Oh, hello, lovey. Hello. There's some sort of bird there. I don't know if they're like a parrot or a cockatiel or something there. Cockatoo, whatever you call them. But they're, there's something. They've just taken me into one of their rooms and there's like something chirping, singing in the background. So that's their reality, you see. Thank you. Also, you know, like the rainbow bridge energy. This is a prism of energy that most animals see, feel and go through, and it's this healing prism of energy that they go through, hence where the rainbow bridge emanates from. And they can all run together if they wish. They can go into that quantum space, which is just, to me, it's like a bridge. It's a wooden bridge that goes over a river. There's loads of fish and sea life in the river, and then they can all join together, or they stay with your soul cluster family. There's choices for you to do anything. If you want to carry on doing your work, say you're a nurse, and you want to carry on doing your work, then you just end up help healing and looking after people that come up as victims or have to get over being poorly. You assist the angels, or you assist the seraphim. You might want to go to the celestial pools. You might, if you're a child and you've passed over as a child, help other children get accustomed to heaven when you go up there. You don't have to sit around and do nothing. If you love playing your violin, you could play violin for as long as you want. It's whatever your soul chooses to do in your R&R. Heaven is R&R. It's rest and recuperation, ready for your next adventure. Whether that's back to Earth or another planetary system, depending on the age of your soul and the essential level that you've reached, depends on where you get incarnated. Some will go off to another planet and stay there forever and never come back in human form. It just depends what you and your soul cluster want to do. But you're not alone. You're not lost. You are, before you even pass, you are joined by your loved ones. You will never, ever be alone, ever. And if anything, you realise this more when you pass over, and I'm not encouraging it at all that you go up there, because if you breach your soul contract, you've got to do it all again, darlings. But all I'm saying is that, you know, I can help you bridge that here, knowing you're not alone. I know that I'm not alone. Every minute of the day, something's clicking, banging, synchronicity, feathers, people talking on my videos. You're hearing it and seeing it more. I am getting into an energy that is manifesting. Did you hear that? Thank you. So, I just heard a voice saying so much more to show you the reality of your truth, your origins, your power, your sovereignty. You are part of the universe, and you, once you acknowledge this, the awakening just starts running into the biggest horizons you could possibly experience. Thank you. So if you like eating strawberries, say, right, you will pick a strawberry and you'll place it in your mouth, and your memories and your intelligence will create the taste and memory of what that was like. So when, you know, the 3D people and the argumentative, unnecessarily rude people that don't even want to know or care about how we work as eternal beings go, you can't eat in heaven. Yes, you can. You can create any intention. And, you know, the proof in this is the fact, thank you, that you dream here, now, and you can have a real hug connection with your loved one. You can eat a roast dinner and know what it tastes like. You can drink a wine and know what it tastes like. And this is exactly the same, but 100-fold. Everything that your soul remembers, experiences, can be drawn to an experience you intend at that pivotal moment in time that you do something in heaven. It's just incredible. It's just incredible. And I've experienced it. I've gone out and had a cup of tea with my nan. I've stroked my dogs, and I can feel the fur. I can see what they're saying and thinking, because your dogs can telepathically, your pets can telepathically connect with you. And it's so much more fluid and clear when it's your soul in meditation, in the alpha brainwave state, going towards, can I open my eyes or not? Obviously not, because it's bright as hell. Going towards that energy with your dog, you know, you can have that here. You can hear your dog's thoughts. You can know their intentions. You can know and feel what they want, all pets, if you allow yourself to open to their energy, just like you do naturally when you're up in the reality layer. Surprised I haven't seen Germain, but I still stand with my mum. And I've brought this up many, many times. If you have multiple marriages, multiple partners, your soulmate will be the one that you spend your time with. And no doubt the other people that you've had romantic liaisons with, people you've married, whoever you connect with, I've got that, thank you. I've got her with their soulmate, and because you haven't got that ego love thing going on, it's fine, because you're back with your soulmate and that's all you care about. Likewise, if they did you a disservice, again, the karmic ramifications of that will take place, and you decide if you want that apology. You decide if you want to go and have it with them and say, how dare you do that, whatever you want to do, whatever you choose. But you know, I've found in my peace and my solace that I'm consciously doing at the moment, that do you really need to just create wars? It's just leave them to it. They're just in their energy. They were in their energy. Their ego decided for them to be that sort of person. Just note it in your bank of memories and let it flow. Or even thank them for honouring their soul contract, because once you go through your life review with Germain, he will show you they honoured their contract by being an arsehole to you. You go, thank you very much for being an arsehole. You've just gravitated my soul towards where I want to ascend to next. You're welcome. You're staying down in that one. I'm going up, you know. There's a bigger picture out there that you really need to embrace when it comes to all of this. Your soulmate predominantly spends their main time with you in each incarnation. However, the older you get, and they will show you their imagery so that you recognise them straight away. When I see Darren, it's like the other day, he was in his favourite shirt, which was, it had elephants on it. I went, oh my God, you're in your elephant shirt. And I completely forgotten he used to wear that. And so they will wear things that bring your human memory to life, that bring you comfort, you know, and they'll say things that you think, God, I completely forgot about that. And it's just a beautiful synchronicity and connection where they bring you comfort whilst you are not with them, connected in that way. Sometimes as your soul gets older, you can ask, I know, I'm just going to have you as my soulmate for a year, a month, a day, and always have you connected with me, and then let's have other relationships. Or next time, how about you be my mum and you're my soulmate? How about you be my best friend and you're my soulmate? How about you be my daughter and you're my soulmate, you know? So the roles can change with each incarnation, okay? Eyes are still too bright to open. If you... Hello, Nan. Are you all right? If you, my Nan, loved ironing. Right, so I've just gone into her lounge. I've just manifested in there. I didn't intend to. They're just obviously showing me subject matter to share with you. And she loved ironing, even knickers. I don't even know where my iron is. There's an ironing board there. You might have noticed it in the past. And it sits there like a mythological creature. I don't even know where the iron is. I don't think I've ever used it. I tend to buy things that don't need ironing, right? And then I hang them out and then I think, great. If it's really, really crucial, like if I'm going on stage and have to iron something, or I'm going to a festival, well, apart from that, forget it. And she's saying, even menial tasks that your soul enjoyed, you can carry on doing if you want. Nan, of all the things you could be doing, you're ironing. Are you on some sort of heavenly drug? So, whatever you want to do. If you love fishing, I'm not a great, you know, I'm not too bad with fishing, but it's taking life. But you won't take life here. You'll just be doing a memory of the chase, the memory of the challenge of hooking the fish. But there'll be no harm come to souls up there. Likewise, people that have abused, harmed, maimed animals, killed animals in torturous ways, again, will have to face that when they go up. And the animals find forever peace. They may have sacrificed that life to see what it was like and then ascend to sentient animals that are pets and loved ones. They don't stay a lot in an energy of abused, slaughtered animals. It doesn't happen. I hate mentioning it, but they then rise up to sentient love connections. So that's mostly just one lifetime they have of that. And it's swift and it's done for them to ascend to sentience. And they're the oldest souls, animals are. They're older than us. They're more intelligent than us. And I keep saying this, and this is honoured by the angelic energy around me. They will become sacred, sentient beings that we will honour and respect. And this happens quite a lot. I've had to... Luckily, I kept my eyes closed, but I had to recharge the phone because the battery's been completely drained, even though it was full. God, they need to not drain the battery when I'm doing this, because now I've got to edit the video. So let's go back in. It's lucky I can go up and down. You know, a portal medium is upgraded, if you like. They are awakened to a new way of mediumship, which is connecting with the earth energy, connecting with souls up there. So my original reason for being, was to connect with the afterlife and bring messages to prove the afterlife. And I did that for 30 odd years. And now they've moved me into this portal mediumship, which I predicted 11 years ago in my Earthwalkers books, to connect with the universe. So I give messages from the universe, I give messages from the angels, give messages for humankind. Instead of, I've got Bert here and he wants to say hello. I do have an Albert here, actually. Lovely man, very clever. Hello. Not one of mine. Oh, as soon as I mention the name, I've drawn in the energy. So this is another thing. Oh, I see. Okay, very clever. So you can create intention by just, when you're up there, it's very much like Harry Potter. You can, you know, when you go through the fireplaces, and you can end up anywhere you intend to go. So you set an intention, Albert, and then you'll be sitting and residing with that soul. How brilliant is that? So you just think of who you want to be with, and you're with them. This is exactly how they do it with us. So they'll think of us, so Nicky, and then they'll come down and sit with me. So your intent can take you anywhere in the universe, anywhere in the multiverses, can take you anywhere. Some of you may have a limit because of the age of your soul where you can and can't go, but the more your soul has expanded and learned through your incarnations, the more places you can visit, the more ethereal dimensional experiences you can have, which is magical. Albert is a very, I don't know, Albert Einstein, he's got a sense of humour. He's a very, very clever man. Potentially he could have been an engineer, or someone that knew, you know, he was very good at planning things, architecture or engineering, or putting things together, fixing things. He was always putting things together and pottering about, you know, and fixing things. And it'd be like, just throw it away or buy a new one. Nope, I can repair it. He's got very fine grey hair, he shows me, so he likes to show himself older. Remember when I said about the imagery? He's got a shirt on, he's sitting in a chair, he's got grey slacks on. I'm wondering if this is a photograph you've got of him. The table is to his left as I look at him, and there's a lamp and there's loads of stuff in there. So that is like his universe sitting on there. Cup of tea, biscuits, all sorts of stuff, grapes. There's quite a few books, so either him or his wife like read a lot of books, or it's to do with him showing how much he, you know, liked to learn. I think he did used to smoke at one point. Showing the left hand side of his body. I wonder if he had a stroke or lost mobility, because I feel like I'm uncomfortable that side. Thank you, Albert. So the reason why Bert has come in is because he's showing me that wow, this is just mind-blowing. That, just say, for instance, you didn't know how someone passed, right, who you love. Just say, for instance, you want to know what it felt like for them to go there. You can go up there with the intent to sit with them and ask them, and they will make you feel it. Very small, but please make sure you are doing a guided meditation, or you are doing a exercise where you open and close yourself down again. So make sure you've got, you know, someone that knows what they're doing, that's going to take you up and bring you back down and then close you down. Because the reason why, if you stay open, it's going to exhaust you. You're suddenly going to get thoughts and feelings coming through, because your soul is open for communication from the divine, from source, and you don't want that, because it's so tiring, and you have to make sure you close down. I do it every time. So I use now also to assist me the 528, whatever frequency floats your boat, and then I'll show you the visualization when we come back down, just in case you inadvertently are sitting with me and you're like, ta-da, wide open, okay? And so you can sit and ask, how did you pass? And they can, you know, show you it, or point to it, or make you feel it. Everybody can do it. It's just that, you know, the mediums that are working in this day and age have come in remembering how to do it, or they've come in choosing to be an ambassador for the spirit world, you know. And just because you haven't chosen that doesn't mean you can't open it back up again, okay? He's really funny. I love him. He could be quite dry, so some people could have taken him the wrong way, because he didn't have a lot of filter, but what a lovely, lovely man. And I feel that he was kind of waiting to go towards it, because he just had enough, because he couldn't do anything for himself, and he hated that. But he acknowledges he's got a lot of female energy around him. So I don't know if he's got like 2 daughters and his wife, but it feels like there were lots of girls around him. And he's doing 2 or 22 September. I don't know if it's the year or the date, you know, 22nd September, but he's showing me that, okay? Thank you, darling. Thank you for that lesson as well. I see what's happening. Isn't this absolutely incredible? There are people showing me lessons or covering subjects that you'd want to ask about heaven. It's just incredible. Hello, darling. Okay, this is the next one. Moving on from what Bert was talking about. What's your name? It's an S. Sheila. Thank you for that tap to acknowledge your presence here, darling. She's got short, darker brown hair. She's got quite a roundish face. She's got a lovely curvy figure. It's Cheryl or Sheila? Shannon? S-H. She's got lovely, I think they're brown or hazel eyes. She reminds me of, for the UK people, do you know Raquel from Only Fools and Horses? She reminds me of her to a certain extent. I'd love to see the photos of these people when you identify them. And she definitely had breast cancer that what's the word? Oh, I can't think of the word. I can't think of human words when I'm down here. But it spread. I don't know if it is the left breast. So likewise, okay, I've got it. I feel like my mum got breast cancer, but I feel it was more her lifestyle choices that created that, as opposed to a genetic flaw. But she is saying that this could possibly be in the genes of your family. So you can even go up and say, like, is this genetic? Am I prone to it? And they'll tell you. And then you just go and let your doctors and nurses know, and you have more checks. Do you see what I mean? Or blood tests. Or they'll say, absolutely not. No, you're fine. You know, obviously, if you do get any problems health-wise, then you must go to your GPs, your doctors. But they can help you with what's going on with your health. But don't take their word for it, you know. I just need to do a bit of a disclaimer there. My mum said I'll be okay, so I'm not having any tests, you know. But they can help alleviate fear. That's what I'm trying to say. She was so strong and brave throughout the whole process, but it just gone too far for her, bless her. I think she's still smoking. Did you smoke as well? Okay. And if, all right, okay, if you smoke, drink, whatever you do, and even if it, you know, was a reason why you passed over, you can still do it there. It doesn't damage you. It's just an intent and an experience that you recreate. Okay. She loves her boys. She must have 2 grandchildren. 2 sons. She loves her boys. And there's another S. There's 2 S's. Sam, there's another S. And she's got a little barky dog. She has loads of butterflies. She loves butterflies in her garden, so she creates a lot of butterflies in her garden. That dog's, I don't know if it's like a Chihuahua Terrier cross or quite a small Terrier cross. No. She adores that dog. And if you feel ailments when you're sitting with your people, just say, push yourself back a bit, and then the ailment will disappear. So I just felt a bit, oof. So this must have gone down into her lungs, stomach, I reckon, thought, because I started getting discomfort here. So I said, oh, yeah, a bit close. Oh, sorry. And she's just imprinting her soul memory of how she last passed. But she don't care about it. She's not emotionally connected to it. She's not, oh, my God, I died that way. It's just an old human memory. Sorry, I'm getting burpy. This happens when I've got spirit people around me as well, as you know. Just in case you haven't seen me before and think I'm chewing on a sausage roll before I do this. Oh, so bright. Whoa, I just need to find my water. Potentially with, is it Sheila, Cheryl? Oh, God, sorry, I can't get the name right. She is saying that there is health worries around someone down here, a girl down here, but it's okay. It's going to be all right. And just as an aside, mediums don't tell you bad things at all. They confirm what you already know. So, for instance, if someone comes in and they are terminal, I'll say, you do know you're terminal, because they'll tell me. We're not God. We don't bring fear. If anybody gives you bad news like that, just get up and walk out, because they're not sitting in the light. They can warn you. And I use this as a for instance. You know, I remember a lad coming in for a reading, and I said, you're going skiing next week. He went, oh my God. I said, don't be a wally and get drunk and go down a black run just because your mates aren't. He did, and he broke his femur and stuck out there for 7 weeks. So sometimes we do kind of bring in little warnings of things and cautionary things, but you never get bad news, okay? So that's coming from some sort of dark energy, so you just get up and walk out. Yeah, for instance, with, is it Shannon? She smoked, and so the doctor said, you carry on smoking, you know, it's not good for you. She did. And so, you know, so it's your choice how you want to live your life and whether you want to be ill during it or healthy. It's entirely up to you. Your choice, part of your soul contract. Thank you, darling. It's a nice garden, yeah. I like it. Do you like a patio furniture? Yeah. So there is a human element to this. There is still knowledge. There is still a massive sense of immortality and knowledge, but there is still that human trait that pops in to create the reality layer. And I love it. And the reason they create it, I don't think they reside in it too much. I think they go off and do their stuff. But I feel that they do it to show you that you can recreate home in heaven. You can recreate everything you love, and they will create that for you to begin with so that you are comfortable when you get there and go, oh my God, we're back in our house or whatever. And then once you get accustomed to being there, you might just go and, I don't know, visit another planet or whatever. But they create all of this because it brings comfort to you. So she's not really fussed about that garden because she goes off and does all sorts of things, but she's creating it so that your memories or your garden, you know, she's got like conifers at one side, then there's really nice patio furniture, so it's really nicely done. So perhaps she did love a garden, and that'll be, yeah, she did love a garden and she's recreated that home. Do you see what I mean? It's purely for you to bring comfort to you while you're on your human journey. Yeah, okay. Okay, that's as much as they're going to give me today, because I think they're aware of me, my energy. So what I do is I pull myself back. I'm used to this. I've been doing it since I was 4 years old when I saw heaven and knew about energy. So for me, it's easy. So what I want you to do, if you've been watching this, is just close your eyes for me. Take a deep breath in. And if you can visualise a door in front of you, just visualise a door in front of you. Walk towards that door, or if you can't visualise it, feel it or just know it. I'm walking towards the door, I'm turning the handle, and as I open it, I'm walking back into the room that I'm sitting in watching this video. Imagine seeing yourself in front of your phone or whatever you're watching this on. Sit inside yourself, and then imagine that you've got chakra points that are like throwing out the light of that chakra. So we've got like your violet, your indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red, and imagine them all closing down, or putting a cloak around you. And then I always say, thank you very much for the experience we've had today. I'm now closed down to any spirit energy, unless it's urgent, and it's for my greater good or for my comfort. I would ask that you now close down any connection to me going up to the spirit world until the next time I agree and wish to come up. And that's it. And then ground yourself. So you can either use, you know that I've got all the grounding products to help you in the description box, or you go out. I'm going to go and stand in the sun in a minute. It's lovely sunshine out there, and stand on the ground. I'm going to have a cup of tea, mostly a biscuit, because spirit people don't physically eat and don't physically drink. However, we do, so it grounds us. So anything that's going to ground you, to bring you back down. That's why lots of people have chocolate and stuff like that, sugar. Bonus. And then carry on your day. And that's it. And then whenever you want to go up, you just do a visualisation of opening up, which I do on that guided meditation, and then you go up again. Now, I remember someone mentioned this. Can we go to reality layer? Please let me know in the comments below if you've ever done it, if you've done the meditation, what results you had, to show other people the reality of what happened. Also, let me know if any of those people and pets that I met were yours. Okay, so please let me know in the comments below, so that I know that I've reached you, because they came to me for a reason. Through billions of other people, they managed to get there. So I'm going to leave it there. My throat chakra is gagging to talk, so I know that I'm going to be doing another connection in a moment, but I'm going to have a little rest, stand in the sun, and I'm going to wish my brother, Richard Morley, Psychic Medium, if you're interested in a reading with him, a happy birthday. It's his birthday today. And then I will do my next video. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments below if any of this made sense concerning the people, and also your experiences with visiting the reality layer. I'm so happy to have done this. Isn't it amazing? They mention things and then they literally answer them. So let me know if you love this. Take care, darlings, and just keep going no matter how tough it gets.